Good morning, Cancer. How are you today? If you're new to my channel, thank you for clicking on me. I appreciate it. If you're returning, thank you. I really appreciate it. This is not my day job. I have multiple other jobs that keep me really busy, so I make the videos and upload as often as possible. So be patient with me on that. Please take into consideration these readings are general. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you're a cross watcher, please reverse the roles as you see fit, and check your star chart, your astrology chart, see if there's anything in Cancer in your chart that maybe I'm picking up on. Anywho, Mercury retrograde ended November 29th. There is a bit of a shadow period afterwards. Saturn goes direct in Pisces, bringing a sense of renewed clarity and stamina for long-term plans and structures. Sun in Sagittarius. Mercury is also moving forward in Sagittarius, creating a week for heartfelt conversations and grounded, meaningful plans. Venus is in Scorpio, bringing a depth of emotion to your interactions. And Mars is in Sagittarius, which adds energy and a desire for action, especially connecting concerning communication and adventure. So now that all the planet stuff is out of the way, you're trying to create something. You got some alchemy going on, some magic. What is it that Cancer is trying to create? Well, that's too much, but I will take the top card. Death. I believe. Hold on. Where's the button? There we go. Oh. You trying to create an ending to something? Yep. There are several clues that suggest that this card isn't as dire as the title might lead us to believe. First, Lady Death isn't actually dead, nor is she a supernatural figure of death. Instead, she is merely a human woman. She achieves her pallor with makeup. Her hand isn't a skeleton hand, but a flesh and blood hand wearing a bone glove, or wearing a black glove with bones painted on it. Second, there are many flowers on the card, certainly a sign of life, including the white rose and the vivid blooms that serve as her crown. The card's Hebrew letter, Nun, signifies fertility and regeneration. The most important message of the Death card is that death is not the end of the journey. It's certainly not the end of the sequence of majors. It's only the 13th card, and we have 8 more cards to go before the final major card. This tells us that rather than being the climax to life and the destruction of it, death is simply one stage of our journey and not even a very important one. There's lots more ground to cover after it. The horse's eyes are blinkered or covered to suggest that the reason we see death as the final chapter is because our vision is limited. This is not to suggest, however, that we should be casual about human life. The concept of death being merely a stage of the journey is only presented here for a very limited purpose. As a cautionary note, not to let anxiety about your future death diminish enjoyment of your present life. Everyone's life is precious, and to be casual about or reckless with other people's lives or even your own would be self-destructive nihilism. All right. This is the Mystic Palette Tarot. I really like it. I just got it. What is this ending that Cancer is trying to bring about? Okay, are you trying to get rid of delays? Or maybe something that's making you angry or feel reckless? Something that's causing exhaustion, overwhelming emotions, or a lack of confidence. Maybe you're trying to get rid of a fire sign and a relationship with a fire sign. That's causing you a lot of anger. Or maybe they're angry and you want them out of your life. You know, you want somebody new. You want a partnership. You want to bring in a new connection. You want to end this one so you can have a new one. Whether it be in work or romance or whatever the situation. What is the challenge for Cancer with this relationship? The Fire card. Ignition. Trying to get something started. Finding the right person. Living your passion. Allow your spirit to drive you forward. Don't overthink the situation. Now is the time to innovate and take action. Be a lighthouse for others or find yourself a mentor. So maybe you're struggling to find your passion. Maybe you're just finding someone that you're passionate about. Joy, success, enlightenment, marriage, vitality. You're looking for a long-term partner, and so far all of these have been F-toys. I've never used that. I don't recall ever using that term, so I don't know where that came from. You're wanting somebody who is enlightened, is happy, successful. You're looking for the whole ball of wax. You're looking for that song by Shania Twain. Just popped in my head. The dress, the cake, the whole darn thing. I want it all. Yeah. However, so far, all you're getting is ones you want to sneak around. They're full of deception, full of betrayal. Their words don't match their actions. You're having a little bit of lack of direction, chaos, you're feeling a little bit careless. Or they are. You see them as that. What should Cancer be focusing on instead? What should Cancer be focusing on instead? What should Cancer be focusing on instead? The 9th house. Exploration. When you finally break through and can see the far horizons, it can be difficult to reconcile the allure of those infinite possibilities with the familiarity of the people close to you. Both are important. Maybe there's an upcoming trip that you're about to take. You should be putting your attention into that. It's hard to see your bubble for your experience until you step outside it. Look back at your socioeconomic milieu, family and friends, and education, and confront any unconscious assumptions that your people, your class, your culture is all there is. So you're being asked to focus on anything other than yourself and home. You need to draw your attention further away and outside of your comfort zone. Maybe if this is a relationship, maybe you're supposed to look outside of what you're used to looking into. If it's work, maybe trying a different occupation. You know, like if you're comfortable with retail, try banking, or, you know, just something completely different from what you're used to. What is Cancer going to be leaving behind? You've laid a solid foundation and you're going to start singing your own song. You're tired of holding back. You're tired of being quiet. You've been a people pleaser. And you've been working on that. You're getting over the discomfort of it. And you're going to start singing your own song. You're tired of holding back. You want people to see the real you. What else is Cancer going to be leaving behind? You're on the mend. You're moving upwards. There may be something that you're recovering from, some sort of illness. Recovering from a relationship. You've been doing a lot of self-care work. The Ace of Cups to me is always self-care, self-love, a healthy self-love, a healthy ego. So you've probably been doing a lot of shadow work, and that shadow work has helped you get through. What are some strengths of Cancer? You have a very rich life. Emotionally, like I said, you've done a lot of the shadow work. You've gotten rid of a lot of your pain and sorrow, and you've allowed it to just wash away. And 32 and 35. Fertility is yours. Your wishes will be granted. There is more than one way to find a solution to a problem and adapt to the new. So, you're definitely capable of adapting to the new. Let's see here. The conditions of greater prosperity are being met. Know that all will be well. Cleanse yourself of old, outdated views. You have everything you need to grow. Let yourself be cleansed. Like I said, it sounds like you've already done a lot of work, soul work, a lot of self-reflection, journaling, all that kind of stuff. You're on the path. You're doing really great. Now it's just a matter of finding the right person. Just remember that you have to hold yourself. You've set boundaries with others, and now it's time to set boundaries with yourself. Don't allow yourself to accept anything less than what you want. What is the near future for Cancer? You're going to allow yourself to be carried away, be caught up in the whirlwind of a romantic moment. You're going to embrace growth and seek new paths and welcome transformations with an open heart. Listen to the whispers of your heart, for you know the whole truth, and you're going to allow yourself to trust the process. This really feels like a romance one. Huh. So who is this with? Well, this is more, it could be an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, so an air sign. Somebody who knows how to relax. Somebody who knows how to kick back and relax. Somebody who's just chill. Possibly a water sign. Or somebody from your childhood. Maybe somebody from school, somebody that you used to go to school with. You're ready to let go of the past. And you are wanting to move on to your adulthood. Somebody who is abundant, capable of creating abundance. Somebody who is capable of being a good leader. Pretty much everything that you wanted, you've been hoping for. What is the advice for Cancer? open to infinite possibility. Nothing is jumping. There we go. Grief and heartbreak can be defining and character building. The suffering that you experienced is meant to make you stronger. So rather than focus on the past, focus on what's ahead. And allow yourself to be open to infinite possibilities. So yeah, you went through a lot with your past relationships, whether, whatever they may have been, work or romantic. But don't allow yourself to get stuck there. It's allow yourself to, and that is definitely difficult to allow yourself to be open. It is very difficult. Yeah, it's very difficult. All right, show me Cancer's environment. Show me Cancer's environment, please. What is going on around Cancer at the moment? No, that's way too many. That's a lot of them in reverse. All right, I have my reading and distance, the bifocals on today. I can't, my other glasses are, so sorry if the book gets in the way. I apologize now. Burrowing deep into the ground, remaining safe, sound, and well-fed with family is a special trait of the wombat. Home sweet home is always available if you recognize that well-being is the truth of life. Wombat spirit reminds you that to be truly at home in the world, you need to find comfort within your own skin. You do this by accepting all your experience without judgment. So are you not feeling comfortable in your own skin? This mask or persona is supposed to make you look strong, but it really just robs you of your integrity. Wombat spirit arrives to nudge you to drop the false masks because it is not others who will hurt you now. It is you who are hurting yourself when you aren't being authentic. You can course correct if you are willing to be yourself no matter what comes, even if others are not in agreement with your authenticity. So are you trying to make yourself look stronger than you really are emotionally, or something? If you are not yourself, you will not get what you are looking for. And so you have to be your true, authentic self to actually get what you actually want and need. All right, elephant spirit. Are you feeling uncomfortable with a tradition, custom, or familiar behavior that no longer fits who you are? Do you wish the past could be erased so it could no longer cause you a moment's pain? Elephant spirit is here to encourage you to write a different story and alter the traditions in ways that acknowledge that we all evolve, for transformation is our nature. Elephant spirit calls you to not be selective in your memory, because ignoring the good or the bad will prevent you from growing your wisdom and strength. Build on the best of the past, learn from the worst, and walk into the future with dignity, accompanied by elephant spirit, who remembers the truth and honors your strength and wisdom. And 17. Crow Spirit in reverse. Crow Spirit wants to know why you think there is no magic in the world, or do you believe that there once was but it ran out, leaving nothing but ordinariness. Although conditions have become challenging, you have no reason to believe that everything you've set an intention for will elude you. Right now, the outer world is shifting. Can you feel it? Maybe you are fretting about experiencing the results of some of your poor choices or judgment from the past. Crow Spirit is here to remind you that you can always course correct and get back on track. Maybe you've been hit by a loss or disappointment as a result of an event that had absolutely nothing to do with your manifesting, yet it has shaken you to your core. Crow Spirit asks you to trust that no matter the temporary conditions, things will right themselves very soon. The law of balance makes it inevitable that this too shall pass. All right. The hopes and fears. What are Cancer's hopes and fears? The 11th house, your community. It was in reverse. Group mindsets can take you places you don't want to go or allow you to avoid the work of one-on-one intimacy. Think for yourself. All right, so verify that one for me, please. You're worried about being able to manifest something, someone. Again, the community is literally just, if this is a relationship, it could be work, that's possible, work. You're concerned that the perfect job isn't out there, that you won't be able to find a job where you get along with other people because the group that you're around is so different from, the group's mindset is so different from yours. And we'll take spirituality and religion. I live in a very religious area, so it may be difficult for me to find somebody who is spiritual. Somebody who would accept that. That was just an example of, so what is the potential outcome for Cancer? You will find your worthy goal. You just need to get out and be inspired to keep working toward it. Embrace the journey with openness. Trust in the universe to lead you. Embrace the unknown with curiosity. Let each journey shape your path and wisdom. All right. Let's get one good card for Cancer today. One good message for Cancer, please. Well, watch and wait. So apparently the universe has something for you, and you just have to wait for it. So, alrighty, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you for sticking with me to the end. I do appreciate, especially with that weird lighting. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and have a good day. I hope to see you again. Down.